Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to practice. Welcome to practice. I'm so glad that you are here today. So come on in, get comfy, get cozy. Not too cozy. We're actually going to move around a little bit today. Maybe the title would indicate that a little bit for you. So I'm so glad you're here, though. Do come in. Pop in the chat. I would love to know who's here. Feel free to say hi. Just start chatting. This is a fun, chill space. This is practice. This is your time. This is time for you. So grab some water, grab your journal, grab some blankets, grab a pillow, right? Already beginning that practice mindset. What do I need? What do I need? Right? Maybe this is the first time today you're tuning into that, into your needs, into your wants. So coming in, how are we doing? How are you doing? And not like the, how are you doing at work? How you just say, I'm fine, I'm good. If you're like me, I've started to tell the truth and I'm okay. I've been better, right? There are days, right? Where that's true. Some days I'm great, I'm good, right? So tuning in already as we gather and we start to center in, we're starting this practice, right? We're getting in practice mode. What is practice? Practice is practicing becoming mindful, right? Mindful of those wants, mindful of how are you really doing? How are you really doing, right? There's that instant answer that we like to give, and then there's the, oh, the real answer, maybe. And maybe they match, and maybe they don't. The practice is knowing, becoming aware, right? So already, so how are you? My day has been a lot. It's been a lot. And maybe that's true for you. Maybe it's not. Maybe today has been totally chill and great, which would be awesome. And I would love that for you. If you are here for practice to do like a very chill, slow, mindful breathing, we are going to get to that, I promise. And we're going to do a little bit of shaking things up first. Okay. So we will get to that. Yeah. So today, and I wonder if this resonates with any of you, again, feel free to pop in the chat if you want, no pressure to do so. Today I started out fulfilling some caregiving duties, taking some time off of my full-time job and heading to hospital to care for a loved one while they had a procedure done. Not something we had gone through before, something routine, but not something we had gone through before. So, that was a new way to start the day. Comes with all of the stress and anticipation and relief and all these things. And then in the afternoon, I hopped on immediately to my meetings with my director, where we were preparing a presentation for a board meeting. So, who's with me on that situation, understanding that situation. And then we got to receive feedback from our team members, which is lovely and important and needed and so valued. And if you are a teacher, if you are a leader, who in any capacity or form has received those like feedback pieces, those surveys that you get back on how everybody thinks how well you're doing your job, you just know there's some stress related with that. Especially if you really care what people think about you, right? Like I do, like I'm working through, right? So if any of that sort of situation today, yesterday, recently resonates with you, or if just generally there's things, right? Life things, there's a lot of world things happening. And if you're just feeling a little bit of that, right? You can tell my movements, right? A lot of the extra energy. We're just going to deal with some of that right off the bat. So, If that feels good for you, we are going to start with that right after sticker segment. So, if you are new to the channel, we have recently introduced a sticker segment, which is where I have these like really awesome set of, my mother-in-law got them for me actually, of just random stickers, but with like all these really encouraging statements on them. And I don't even know what some of them say. So sometimes it's a real surprise, which is the fun of it. Um, but it's just, a little something fun, right? And if any of them like resonate with you, uh, you know, then take that message. If it doesn't, leave it. It's no big deal. Just a little something fun. Aw. I pick these and I'm like feeling like I want to pick a bunch of these. Why do I feel like that? We just need like an extended sticker segment today. What is it? Okay. And this one. This one caught my eye. Usually I don't like to look. I just like to pick them out. But there was like this crystal ball one. Yeah, I want that. Okay. That one is a cheat one. I just think it's cute. So I picked 5. Usually I pick 3. So anyway, extended segment today. This was the first one that came up. Broken crayons, still color. Broken crayons, still color. There you go. I feel like that broken crayon. I've had moments today where I felt like that red crayon. So, there you go. Broken crayon, still color. Let that be encouraging. Be yourself. Be yourself. Maybe you feel like you couldn't be that recently. This is your reminder. Be yourself. I'm going through them quick because I picked 5. I am loved. I am strong. Sorry about the Band-Aid. I am enough. Who needs to hear that? Who needed to hear that? Probably all of us. This is your reminder. This is your reminder. Trust the progress. Trust the progress. Trust the progress. You showed up today. That's progress. In this one, which I picked because I wanted the crystal ball, this one might have been featured before. Good days ahead. Good days ahead. Maybe you know that because you're like planning a vacation, or you're going to get some PTO soon, or you have a cool event coming up, or maybe you're like, I can't imagine that there's a good day coming up because everything is just piling up. Let this sticker remind you there are good days ahead. Even if we can't see them, even if we can't imagine them, there will be a good day. Everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. All right. Let's do this. Settling into practice, find a comfortable seat or position actually. With this one, if you actually want to stand for this first part, so you can move around your space a little bit, great. If you want to sit with me, I'll probably sit. I don't have a good way to like change the camera when I stand up, so I'll probably stay sitting. If you want to sit on the floor, do what you need to do, but give yourself a little bit of space. And coming into this space as we start practice, let's take a nice deep breath in and let it out. We're going to do that a couple times, and I want you to let it out in whatever way feels good and right for you. So maybe that's just a really forced, heavy sigh and out breath. Maybe you even vocalize with that a little bit. Maybe you take a slow, gentle out breath, right? Whatever it is that you need, feel into that in your body. What feels good right now? What feels helpful right now. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and let it out. One more time. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And when you're ready, letting it out. And as you let it out, I want you to start tapping. I want you to start tapping bilaterally, right? I don't have all the science and the references handy for me. If somebody in the chat knows this better than I do, please share it. But this bilateral tapping can be really good for our nervous system. And because I don't have all of the information right here, right now, what I can tell you is this is bringing us into the present moment, right? Because what's happening? I'm tapping my shoulders right here, right now, right? I feel this vibration. I feel this movement. I'm in tune with this movement in this moment as it is happening, right? And you can tap all the way down your body, down your legs, right? And it's just grounding us into this moment. It's literally a tap on the shoulder. Hey, come back. Hey, come back. Maybe you've been in the past most of the day. I know I was in the past. I had some stressful things happen. And after dinner, boy, was I thinking about those. You know what I mean? And so this exercise brings us to right now, where I'm at. It's 8:14 p.m. on Thursday, April 17th. And so just tapping and letting that, you can go at your own pace, right? If you want to go slowly, you can, right? Again, if you're standing, sometimes this is a little bit easier to get to your legs or things like that. If you're sitting down, that's fine too. And you don't need to get everywhere, right? You can just stay right here and tap those shoulders, right? I don't know if you guys can hear my cat again. He just loves to sing the song of his people. So just grounding into this space. And already, if you feel anything like that broken crayon, Mr. Red Crayon here, maybe a little frazzled, maybe a little overwhelmed, if you are in that space, just letting yourself come right here, right now. The tapping also just starts to get out some of that energy, right? We're taking some of that mental energy where maybe we're spinning on the past or worried and anxious about the future, thinking about our to-do list, all this stress that lives up here, and we're turning it into physical movement, right? Coming into the present moment and turning it into movement, letting it out. It's a bit of a release. And if you're feeling like, what is this? This feels a little strange. This isn't our typical practice. First of all, that's true. And also, I'm not sure I believe any of this. That's fine. But tune into your body as you're doing this practice. Are you noticing yourself coming into the present moment? Are you noticing your brain slow down, your thoughts slow down, and your attention turning from your thoughts to your tapping, to your present moment? And I want you to turn that tapping into a little bit of shaking, quite literally shaking it off. Shake it out, shake it off. And I take my bracelet off. If you have bracelets that may fly off, please feel free to remove those so as you don't fling them across the room. If you're standing, this is not limited to our arms. Shake off the day. Shake off the day. Again, turning our stress, our mental activities into movement, moving our attention from our thoughts to our movements. And maybe with intention, shaking your arm, shaking your hands, whatever it is that you're shaking, intending to let go of that thing that has felt stuck, the rumination that's in your mind, the stress, the overwhelm, the project, the appointment, the, right? The next thing, the last thing. Let it go. Let it go. And when it feels right to you, come into stillness. It doesn't need to be right now. I'm going to keep shaking, actually, a little bit. But when you're ready, slowing it down. If you're sitting, maybe even tapping your feet, going from a shaking, this sort of vigorous shaking of your hands and arms to maybe just pedaling out your feet or stomping your feet a little bit, if that feels good. And then slowing it down and taking any sort of extra movements that feel good. So maybe you're rolling out your wrists. Maybe you're rolling out your ankles. You're coming into stillness. And so now you begin to become aware mindfully of the way your clothes have shifted while you were doing all of that and whether or not that's comfortable for you. So making those adjustments. Maybe you're doing like I am and adjusting your seat so that you can sit more fully in a still, quiet position. All of this is the practice. This is mindfulness, becoming aware, tuning into your body. How are you sitting? How do you want to sit? Are you thirsty? Take a drink. Still have a little bit of extra energy that you want to let go? Take a few more of these. I know that looks so silly, but I can't see you. No one can see you. It's all right. And as you're coming into stillness, if you're already there, beginning to focus on your breath. And let's take a few breaths here. The title of this is shaking up that stuff off. So we've done a lot of shaking, we've done a lot of tapping, we've turned our mental energy, our mental load into movement and allowing that to release from the body, literally shaking it off, literally coming into the present moment by tapping our bodies and shaking our bodies to experience that movement in the present moment. And now with intention and with mindfulness, as you come more and more into stillness, I want you to use that breath to tune into any areas in the body. If you become aware that still feel like there's a lot there, right? A lot of tension, a lot of energy or angst. I experience that as like an angst in like my stomach or up here in my chest is a big one. Sometimes here in my throat, right? It might resonate for you as pain, right? And I invite you to use your breath and your mind and just imagine that energy with your breath flowing from that spot in your body, down your body and out the soles of your feet into the ground, into the earth, really all the way down. Just mentally intending. Intention and belief are so powerful, you guys. Intending for that which no longer serves you to leave, right? Just let it go and allow yourself to experience that letting go. You might become aware that you don't want to. You might become aware that you're clenched and you really don't want to release it. And that is okay. There is no judgment. Just becoming aware. And if and as you're ready, breathing in and breathing out, imagining all of that flushing straight out your body, out the soles of your feet into the earth. Just let it go. Setting the intention to let that which no longer serves you, let it go. Breathing in and out. 2 more times, coming more and more into stillness. Breathing in and out. One more time. Deep breath in and out. Let it go. As we fully enter the second phase of practice, keeping your eyes closed if they weren't already, and if that is comfortable for you. If not, feel free to take a soft gaze in front of you. And now fully tuning that attention onto your breath. Attending to your in-breath and your out-breath. Becoming fully immersed, fully aware, experiencing your breath as it is right now. Here we allow the breath to come and go as it is. There's no need to change anything. There's no need to judge the in-breath or the out-breath. Just experience your breath. What's the temperature of your in-breath? And is it different than the temperature of your out-breath? Where do you experience your breath in your body? Do you experience it in your chest? The rise and fall of your shoulders? Do you experience it deep down in your belly? There is no right or wrong answer here. Just noticing, just experiencing. What is the sound that your breath makes? Is the sound of your in-breath different than the sound of your out-breath? All you have to do right now is breathe. This might be the first time today that all you've had to do in this moment is breathe. And here we can find a moment of gratitude, grateful for this breath, the way our body breathes for us, the air that's available to us, the life-sustaining action that happens on its own. Grateful for this moment where all you have to do is breathe. In a world with so many things to do, so many responsibilities, challenges, burdens, excitements, plans, goals, activities. All you have to do in this moment is breathe. And know that by taking this moment, you're supporting your own well-being, allowing your nervous system to regulate, to rest. Just breathing. and finding that moment of gratitude for yourself, for showing up to practice tonight, today. You chose this. To be able to choose is a very empowering place to be. You can choose, and you can set your intentions. Just breathing. And on your next in-breath and out-breath, let those shoulders drop down away from your ears. As you breathe, let those muscles in your forehead and around your eyes relax. As you breathe, unclenching your jaw. As you breathe, once again, attending to those shoulders and relaxing them even more deeply. The shoulders like to creep back up pretty quickly. Just becoming aware and inviting them once again to relax. On your next in-breath and out-breath, relaxing your whole body. Just letting it go. And do it again 2 times. Deep breath in. And out breath, relax the whole body. Slowly release. Deep breath in. And out. Relax your body. Just take a few more breaths, soaking in the quiet, soaking in the calm, soaking in the respite that is this moment. A few more breaths. And when you're ready, beginning to take a few small movements, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Stretch if you need to stretch. I invite you to bring a smile to your face. Just mindfully noticing that experience. And when you're ready, opening your eyes and coming back into the room where we started. Welcome back. How are we feeling? And maybe here, so feel free to grab some water, grab your journal, jot things down, pop in the chat. Would love to hear from you. How was that? And maybe just mindfully noticing any differences from the beginning of practice and now. Hey, Mom. I'm so glad. I needed that too, especially the tapping and the breathing. I thought it was sort of a nice flow, right? We did a little mix to shake some things out and then come to calm. So if that felt helpful for you, I would love to hear from you. If you have not already, please do like and subscribe and share with all of your friends, or maybe just the first two for now is fine. I really hope this practice was awesome for you. I do want to leave you with two quick things, a recap of the stickers in case you missed it at the beginning, because I think they're really good reminders and good messages, short, cute messages to just take with you if you need them, and then action items. So remember, broken crayons still color. Be yourself. You are loved, strong, and enough. Enough. You are enough. Trust the process. Trust the process. Progress. I think I heard this as progress earlier. It could be either, right? Either way, trust it. And a hopeful message. Good days ahead. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So I hope this practice was so helpful for you, relaxing, rejuvenating, just whatever it was that you needed. I hope that as you take this through the week, if you just need a moment to let it out, let this tapping or this shaking bring you back to the present moment. They're really good tools for that, right? Because a lot of times why we're stressed is because we're not in the very present moment, right? We're ruminating, we're having conversations with people over and over again, we're worried about the future, anxious about the future, we're having thoughts about the past. So let this be a tool that lets you come back into right now, when in this moment, everything is well. In this moment, in this moment. All right, my friends, I am so glad to see you all here tonight. We will be here. It's getting close. There's going to be a week where I am out. We'll see if we still do practice. I will let you know, but we should be here next week, same time, same place. These are always recorded, so feel free to watch again later, share with your friends, and reach out. Let me know. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of. How was it for you? How can I help you out? So have a great rest of your night, great rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.